What's up, movie lovers? Back with another one. And in this video, I'm going to do a couple quick movie reviews and then get into the new Blu-ray pickups. So I woke up this morning and I was all excited to watch this movie. It's one that I got a couple days ago. I got it off Vinted, and this was like really cheap. And now I know why. But right here, Solo, a Star Wars story. Yep, I was going to watch this morning. I was all ready. And then I go to put it in, and it's just the bonus features. That's all I got. I didn't actually get the movie. So I was like, what the hell, man? So I got burned on that deal. However, I think I only paid like $2 or $3 for this. And honestly, I don't even think the lady that sold it to me knew any better. Because she was like the first one to follow me, and she gave me like 5 stars and everything. But yeah, honestly, she probably didn't even know. She doesn't look like the type that was in here to rip people off. She just probably thought that was the movie. Who knows where she got this from? Maybe somebody gave it to her. I have no idea. But yeah, this is just the bonus disc only. So I was not able to watch the Solo movie. And honestly, looking at that cover, I'm kind of glad I missed it. It just doesn't look that good, but I figured, who knows? Maybe it would be a pleasant surprise. So instead of watching Solo, I went ahead and I watched this Robin Hood movie with Russell Crowe. And I had watched this when it very first came out. And like I said, I was probably super stoned, and I didn't know what the hell was going on with this movie back when I watched it the first time. So I thought I'd give it another chance. And what really helped was putting the subtitles on, being able to read it, because I think there were things in there that I couldn't even hear, but I was able to read it, and it helped the story make a little more sense. Yeah, I was able to follow this a little more the second time around, and it was pretty good. I was into it. Once I finally knew what was happening in the movie, yeah, the first time around, I was just lost. Like, I was just totally lost. I didn't know what was going on, because I was just expecting, just some, I don't know, typical Robin Hood story. But this is not a typical Robin Hood story. It's totally different in my opinion. But yeah, it was good. And then at the end, of course, it was a Ridley Scott movie. And I was like, oh, that probably explains why it was so good. Yeah, I enjoyed it the second time around. I thought this was pretty epic, to be honest. And then I also watched We're the Millers extended cut. And I forgot how funny this movie was. For all those kind of like 2010-ish comedies that were coming out, I think this is one of the best ones. This cracked me up back in the day, and it cracked me up again when I watched it just recently. I think that was, last night I watched it. Super funny. Jason Sudeikis is hilarious, but just as funny is Jennifer Aniston. I love her character in this movie. She is great. That kid is kind of goofy, but he's funny too. He plays his role perfectly. Yeah, this movie is funny. It is hilarious. It feels like it does get a little long towards the end. Seems like it's a little long for a comedy, but still, it's good. I enjoyed it. So that's going to do it for the quick movie reviews. Let's get into the new Blu-ray pickups. And then here at the end, I am going to have one extensive review on one of the movies that I just got today, and I already watched it. So stay tuned for that, because it's more of a rant than a movie review. But let's just get into them. I got these 3 right here in one go from one guy. I went ahead and I bundled an order. It was this one, and then he was selling these 2 together. And I got these all for pretty cheap, I think. I can't remember how much I spent. And the first one here is going to be Public Enemies with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale. I figure, Johnny Depp and Christian Bale, they're good actors. This has got to be halfway decent to watch. I've never even seen this before, so this is a blind purchase. But for a couple bucks, I was like, what the heck, let's get it. It might be good. I like gangster movies. I like Johnny Depp. I like Christian Bale. So I think it's going to be worth a watch. But yeah, this is just the Blu-ray only. Nothing special with that. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then the other ones that I got in that package deal were The Hangover and The Hangover Part 2. So I got to keep my eyes peeled for The Hangover Part 3. And when that comes around for cheap, I'll go ahead and pick it up to complete the trilogy. But these are funny movies too. These are hilarious. Super funny. Looking forward to watching these again. Like I said, I haven't seen these in quite a while, but there's some decent comedies. And then I got this one. This was kind of a wild card buy. I've seen this once before. I can't remember if I liked it or if I didn't like it. I think I did, but it was really cheap, so I got it. But The Men Who Stare at Goats. Normally, I'm not a big George Clooney fan, but we're going to give him the pass. We're going to give him another chance here. It's got Jeff Bridges, Ewan McGregor, Kevin Spacey, and the GOAT. So I just remember when I watched this, it was super weird. That's like all I can remember from when I watched it. Was just the weirdness level was a 10 out of 10 on this. So we're going to give it another shot here soon. Going to give it a fresh view, and hopefully it's good. But yeah, it's just kind of one that you don't see that often. So when it popped up, it just kind of grabbed my attention, and I was like, let's get it. All right, another blind purchase here, Act of Valor. I've never seen this before, but I love my war movies. I love war movies. I love movies about the military. So I thought this looked pretty cool, and I am excited to watch it. And it says, the only easy day was yesterday. Then it also talks about that it features active duty Navy SEALs in it. So I don't know how good the acting is going to be, since we have active duty Navy SEALs in the movie. But we're going to give it a shot, and hopefully it's good. And then next on the list here, Ford versus Ferrari. Based on a true story. And this also has Christian Bale in it, along with Matt Damon. So I've been picking up a lot of Christian Bale movies here lately. He is a great actor. He's fantastic. I got no complaints with Christian Bale. I've never seen him turn in a poor performance ever. He's always good. Even though he might not be in some of the best movies, it seems like he is always good. But yeah, looking forward to seeing this because you know how I love my car movies, race car movies. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see this. And it came completely brand new and unopened. Awesome. And then last on the list, Cocaine Bear. And I just got done watching this movie, and it is freaking terrible. This movie sucks. Yeah, it looks cool on the cover. It's got an awesome title, Cocaine Bear. That's what made me buy it. I had never seen this before. I thought it looked cool. I was like, dude, it's a movie about a cocaine bear. How can that be dumb? It is. It's super dumb. The CGI bear is atrocious. You can totally tell it's not a real bear. What's the matter? Couldn't you get Bart the Bear to star in it? You know Bart the Bear? He's been in all kinds of movies. Let's look up all the movies that Bart the Bear has been in. Bart the Bear has been in Windwalker, 1980. The Clan of the Cave Bear, 1986. The Bear, 1988. The Great Outdoors, 1988. White Fang, 1991. The Giant of Thunder Mountain, 1991. On Deadly Ground, 1994. Legends of the Fall, 1994. Walking Thunder. Homeward Bound 2. The Edge. Meet the Deedles. So, Bart the Bear has been in quite a few movies. But yeah, he was obviously not in this one. He's probably dead. But yes, the CGI bear in this, terrible. Absolutely terrible. And for all the animals and humans that were in this movie, I would say that the bear is probably one of the better ones, even though it's not even real. Because the rest of the cast, God, it was just so bad. They were terrible. I mean, all the actors in this movie were just atrocious. Starting off with O'Shea Jackson. He looks like a fat, stupid version of Ice Cube. Seriously, it's like if Seth Rogen was a black guy, he would be O'Shea Jackson. What, did Ice Cube have sex with a toxic waste dump to produce that? Seriously, he's going around in this like wife beater. It wasn't doing him any favors because it was accentuating his boobs, his man boobs. It was not pleasant to look at. Not pleasant to look at all. The child actors that they had were terrible. They pissed me off in the movie too because they skipped school to go to the national park to paint the waterfall. They were going to paint on the rocks the waterfall. The one kid's carving his name into the tree. They happen to find the cocaine, and then the bear comes up on him, and I'm like, I know this bear's not going to kill him because they're little kids. They're not going to get killed. I wish they would. I wish that bear would just rip their faces off, but no, that didn't happen. The kids survived and, of course, lived, along with O'Shea Jackson. They're not going to kill him either, the fat black guy in the movie. Not going to kill him. The female police officer they had looked like Bo Jackson in drag. I'm like, where are they finding these people? Seriously, it had Ray Liotta in it. It looked like Ray Liotta had already died and they brought him back with AI or something. He didn't look good. I guess that was his last movie because at the end, they dedicated the movie to Ray Liotta. But he didn't look good, okay? And I'm a Ray Liotta fan. I love me some Ray Liotta. He's entertaining in almost everything that he's in. But yeah, he didn't look good. He looked like a walking dead man in this movie. Did not look good at all. Oh God, just the mom was terrible. The whole movie was terrible too. It's like it was trying to be funny and it just wasn't. The only good scene in that entire movie was the ambulance chase scene where you had the Asian lady driving the ambulance away. And of course she wrecks into a tree because she's an Asian woman and they can't freaking drive. You had the skinny little white nerd in the back. Of course he gets, like, his arm gets all broke. His hands just hanging there. That was pretty good. And then the best kill in the whole movie was the overweight white lady that was strapped down to the gurney. She was the park ranger. Like something happens and the gurney flips out of the back of the ambulance, lands on its face, and it just shows her face just dragging across the concrete, just ripping her face off as she just slides across the concrete. I was like, yes, that was a good kill right there. Literally, that was the only good scene in the entire movie. The rest of it was just so boring. I wanted it to be over. I mean, when the overweight white lady park ranger shot that one kid in the face, that was kind of entertaining. Just blew a hole right in his face. That was okay, but I'm telling you, that movie was not good. It was boring. It was just boring. It wasn't, there was no suspense in it. It's like you didn't care about any of these characters. I wanted everybody to die. I wanted the bear to kill every single person in the movie. That's what I wanted to happen. Of course, that didn't happen. The kids weren't going to get killed. Nothing bad ever happens to children in movies, which is, it's ridiculous. I can't stand it. Nothing ever happens to children and nothing ever happens to pregnant women. If there's a pregnant woman in the movie, she's going to live. Nothing's going to happen to her. She's going to survive. Same thing with kids. That's why I liked Grindhouse Planet Terror so much, because she's like, don't point this at yourself or whatever. He gives the kid the gun, and then like 2 seconds later, bam, kid shoots himself in the face. I was like, yes, we need more of this. Not that I was happy that the kid died, just happy that they took that chance in the movie and did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause it's just something that you're not used to seeing. So yeah, this movie sucked ass. I would probably give this like a 3 out of 10, and that's being generous. It was not good. I do not recommend seeing this. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of an hour and a half of your life that you're never going to get back again. So yeah, there are so many other movies out there that are so much better, that are worth watching rather than that piece of crap. I'm glad I didn't spend very much for that because it's not worth it. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, peace.